Welcome to A Runner Does Music, where today we have another review commission from my friend Rod, this time for the band Jinjer and their debut studio album, Cloud Factory. This album dropped originally back in 2014, and I'm not sure if this means anything for the review process, but the version I listened to was the Spotify release, which says it's a 2018 reissue, but I imagine there aren't many changes from the original release, given it was only a 4-year gap. I've never really sat down with the band and their music, only hearing them briefly on the radio or Spotify playlists here and there, so this is my first time fully sitting down and giving their music a genuine listen. And after a few listens, I've got some thoughts, hence the review video and all. So let's see what the Ukrainian metal act has going for it. The first thing you notice about the band is the lead vocalist, excuse me if I fuck up any names here, Tatiana Shmeluk, and her powerful vocals. Being just some creature from America myself, I was of course impressed and interested purely based on the accent at hand. But beyond that initial difference in tone and delivery, the overall performance in general is a palpable one that produces strength not just from a difference in dialect, but the force in general. Tatiana produces a very commanding presence right out of the gate on Outlander, with the almost croons and thick growls that spill out with no warning in the changes. The song not having a truly traditional split between verses and choruses outside of similar lines lets you take it in every second that it comes instead of letting your brain relax and get used to a pattern, meaning that vocal attack never lets up. Speaking of breaking patterns, I Wish So I Will Receive comes on later in the album's tracklist as the penultimate track and sees Tatiana go into a full Eastern language, Russian if I'm not mistaken, producing a song that in terms of vocals has the most power in it, despite the fact that it's actually the shortest track on the album. Speaking of I Wish So I Will Receive, that song has one of my favorite moments on guitar in the breakdown, courtesy of either, and again, apologies for these name pronunciations, Roman Ibramkelyov or Dmitry Oksin. Not sure which of them did that part specifically, as I can never tell the difference between lead and rhythm guitar for the life of me, but it's monumental to say the least. Both of them really show off their chops on every song present here, with that song being a clear standout, as well as Who Is Gonna Be the One, the longest song on the album, and of course, by way of that length, the one where we really see them stretch out their limbs and let it all hang out on the strings. It's a chugging, head-on assault from start to finish, as Tatiana is relentless with the repeated phrases, who is gonna be the one, who is gonna be the one. One track later, we also get some drawn-out parts from the duo in When Two Empires Collide, allowing for some more technical moments that not only let you bang your head, but try and follow the intricate fingerwork in your head as they let loose if you can. Another name that I'm probably going to fuck up, and apologies for that, Vladislav Ulazevich is a regular behemoth on the drum set, pounding away without signs of halting or slowing down on the whole album, with When Two Empires Collide also being a noteworthy performance from him, as well as a plus or a minus. That song kicks off with him, and seeing him not leave the spotlight until that intoxicating second track finishes off with just a couple of drum beats is a treat to say the least. The title track is also a very strong drummer set piece, and if I had to pick someone besides Tatiana who leads the charge in this band, it'd have to be Vlad, and what I can only assume are the many blisters on his hands from going so hard. Before I wrap things up, I'd like to talk about the bass on this album, done by Eugene Abdikanov. When it comes to metal, you usually get one of two things from the bassist: standout performances that outdo even the guitars at some points, or just okay/complimentary sections. While Eugene's contributions to the album do mainly sit in the realm outside of the brief moments in Who Is Going to Be the One of just kind of being there and some other scattered shots, I still think that within the overall vibe of this album that it works perfectly. This is very much an album that couldn't be done without the bass. By having it be in a complementing sense as opposed to an equally assaulting measure, helps out the overall sound. Bass, to me, is the most important part of a band's lineup for how it not only adds the thicker barrier around the overall soundscape, but how it also ties the noise together with a solid thrum. Eugene is the string that keeps the ball of sound from unraveling, letting it work within contained chaos. Cloud Factory is a unique metal album at the very least, and provides a nice dose of originality at a point where metal music started to sort of stagnate in the modern era. This album wasn't just enjoyable, but one that made me want to look at the rest of their catalog at some point, and so I can't wait to do just that. For those reasons, Cloud Factory by Jinjer gets a 7.5 out of 10, and that's the review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. If you're interested in getting a review commission done yourself, I do them for as low as $1. Let's talk commissions over on Instagram or some other social media you can find me on at the end of the video with some information. For now, have a good day. Hope you're staying hydrated. I'll see you next time.